Hello, first grade. Today we're going to start a new project I'm really excited about. So you need your interactive grammar notebook. Remember, that is the notebook that's the same size as your copybook. And in the front half we did cutting and pasting activities when we were learning about nouns and verbs and adjectives, those kind of things. And then the back half of it has a tab that says writing. And in that writing section, some of you have written things for the writing center we did during reading groups. And that's where we're going to pick up with this project. So just turn to that writing section, turn past anything you've already written in there, and start on a fresh page. We are starting a thankfulness journal, and we will be writing in this thankfulness journal every week from now on. So we may do it once a week, we may do it 3 times a week, just depending on whatever else we need to get accomplished. I think you're going to really like it. So you're going to start by putting the date at the top of the page, today's date, and let's go ahead and write it out nicely with actually writing out the month and then the date, comma, and then the year, 2020. This will give you some practice in writing the date in this format instead of just with numbers, as we've been doing. And then you're going to start it like a letter. We just learned how to write letters, so we're going to write this is like a letter to God. Dear Heavenly Father, comma, remember after the greeting of a letter you put a comma, and then you're going to write to God a little letter about what you're thankful for on the day that you're writing. So this is going to be more specific than I'm thankful for my family, because this is going to be something that's happened in that day or very recently, or just whatever you're thinking about that day. It could still be general, but you need to write about different things every time you write in your thankfulness journal, okay? So here's what I wrote, because right now we're all home together, and so I said, I am so thankful that both my children are home. Remember, I'm writing to God, so I'm writing it as if I'm addressing Him. Thank you for bringing Caleb home from New York at just the right time. Remember, he was in college there, and there's a huge coronavirus outbreak there, so I'm so thankful he's home instead of out there right now. Thank you so much for sending Jesus to die on the cross for my sins, because I wrote this, I was thinking about how we had just celebrated Easter, and inviting me into forgiveness. I love you so much. Your child, Becky. And this is how I would like you to sign your letter as well. You can write as much as you want here. I could have written a lot more, but I thought this was enough for an example for you. But I would like for you to sign make your closing your child, and you're going to capitalize the first letter. Everything else is lowercase, and then you put a comma, just like after the closing of a letter, and sign your name. What's different about this than about a letter? Do you notice something that's missing that you put on your letters? There's no address at the top, is there? We don't have to put our return address up here. God knows where we live. But we want the date for ourselves so we can remember when we wrote this. Someday, maybe you can look back and you can think, what was I doing at home during the coronavirus? And you can pull out this book and you can read some of your thoughts and memories from this time. I hope this is a blessing to you and your parents. Enjoy writing today.